Hello Megadeth fans, I am Alan D Music. With today's video, I look back in my Megadeth collection and reflect on the modern music the band have released since the new millennium. Similar to my previous modern Metallica video, I am now picking my top 5 modern albums Dave Mustaine and company have released and why I made my picks. Arguably the most technically proficient out of all the big four thrash bands, Megadeth has proven time and again why they deserve all the accolades in the heavy metal genre through great songwriting and musicianship. The following are my top 5 picks. At number 5 as the best modern Megadeth album is their 13th album, called 13, released back in 2011. Having listened to this record quite a bit over the years, it has a good mix of that modern Megadeth sound with traces of their thrashier, galloping style of playing that fans have come to love. And a number of reworked songs of old appears on the album, such as Millennium of the Blind and Black Swan. And you have the awesome opener Sudden Death and the single titled Public Enemy No. 1. Both standout tracks on the album as well. And my fourth pick is Dystopia from 2016. The album introduced us to Kiko Loureiro, with drum work by Chris Adler of Lamb of God. And every time Dave Mustaine have new people in the band, it almost always turns out right. And this one is no exception. With Dave Ellefson still in the band, Dystopia, in my opinion, beats out The Sick, the Dying, and the Dead to be my fourth pick. Stellar tracks in this album includes the opener, The Threat is Real, the title track, Dystopia, and you also have Post-American World, Fatal Illusion, and my personal favorite, Poisonous Shadows. If you like a good mix of crushing, very melodic, and mid-tempo Megadeth tracks, Dystopia is the one to listen to. At number 3, and in my opinion, the heaviest Megadeth record in their modern history, is 2009's Endgame album. And honestly, I was disappointed when Glenn Drover left the band 2 years before. But with his replacement Chris Broderick, Dave Mustaine once again made the right choice though, and you'll find great guitar playing wizardry not heard since the days of Marty Friedman, in my opinion, that you'll hear on this album. And you have the intro track Dialectic Chaos, which is an instrumental, and it basically sets the whole tone of the entire album's worth of technical prowess, melodic passages with heavy undertones, and that you'll hear on the tracks such as Bodies, The Right to Go Insane, and you also have the brilliant non-fiction storytelling about that infamous Southern California bank robbery in the track called 44 Minutes. Overall, a very heavy, cohesive, and really strong Megadeth record that closed out the 2000s strong. And at number 2, in my second pick, as the best modern Megadeth album, is 2007's United Abominations album. And as the title track suggests, the UN, or the United Nations, have not prevented wars, and Dave Mustaine made that clear with his socio-political commentaries in a number of tracks on the album. You have the excellent openers in Sleepwalker, along with Washington is Next, which in my opinion, that track is a definitive modern Megadeth song that one must listen to. And you also have the excellent track Never Walk Alone, A Call to Arms, which is a personal favorite of mine, and it was co-written by Glenn Drover as well. Overall, United Abominations gets a 4 out of 5 to me, and it's a highly recommended modern Megadeth album. And at number 1, as the best modern Megadeth album, in my opinion, is 2004's The System Has Failed. Released after Dave Mustaine recovered from his arm injury, you have Chris Poland rejoining the group to lend his lead duties, and it's a very, very memorable, great album from beginning to end. You have the excellent opener track Blackmail the Universe, and you also have stellar tracks such as Die Dead Enough, Tears in a Vial, and my personal favorite, The Scorpion. So if you're just getting into Megadeth and you want to listen to their modern work, I will definitely start with The System Has Failed. And with my honorable picks or honorable mentions, because I wasn't about to leave anything out, you have the recent record, The Sick, the Dying, and the Dead. But like I mentioned earlier, I picked Dystopia as my fourth pick, because to me the second half of this new record is just not as strong compared to Dystopia in the second half of that album. So therefore, I picked Dystopia as my fourth pick. And also, you have 2013's Super Collider album, and I agree with most fans. It's just, to me, a weak, bland, and not many good songs on the album, unfortunately. And it's just one of those modern Megadeth albums I won't recommend to anyone, because there's barely some tracks on there that's pretty good, but not very good. So Super Collider, not a recommended modern Megadeth album. And you also have 2001's The World Needs a Hero album. Not a bad album at all, just some okay songs on it, some good ones, such as A Dread and a Fugitive Mind and Return to Hangar. Overall, it's a good album, but not really many memorable tracks on it, but still a good listen, and one I'd still recommend. And that was my top 5 modern Megadeth albums. Hope you enjoyed taking a trip down memory lane with me, and please let me know as well your top picks in the comments down below, and subscribe to my channel as well. Thank you, metalheads. I will see you next time.